Hey everyone, welcome to review time. I am Icelip, and sorry if there's a lot of wind going on. We're actually expecting really bad thunderstorms and weather and stuff, even though it's pretty bright and sunny-ish. But anyway, today I'm going to be reviewing, on to the review, Transformers, Generations, Combiner Wars, Quickslinger, who was originally called Slingshot in the G1, and yeah, he is just a remold of Fireflight, or Firefly. Although, to be honest with you, this Harrier mold, this Harrier jet, is actually supposed to be this guy's mold, not Fireflight's. I'm not sure what Fireflight's original jet mode was, but this was his. Having said that, I got him because, I wanted to have a proper updated G1, what is he called? Superion. So you can't do that really if you don't have him. He comes with the silly gunfoot thing, which honestly I never use with him because I've got the perfect effect upgrade hand things. He's got his gun, pretty good. It's the same exact gun that you got with Firefly. Matter of fact, everything is pretty much the same except for some paint differences and the heads in the alt modes. So let's go ahead and bring out. Now, I'd probably be more excited if I didn't already have this mold 3 times, which I do because let's take that off. I do because I bought before I knew that there was going to be that we were going to get a Slingshot or a Quickslinger. I was going to make my own, which is why I've got 3 of the same molds in 3 different colors. Obviously, this is the one that I colored. And so we've got, let's move him over. You can see it's the exact same jet. The underside kibble is exactly the same. Only differences are the paint schemes and, like I said, the head. Yeah. And this guy here is my own. It's just a repaint of this guy, but I call him Defcon, because Autobot Defcon, because we got Alpha Bravo Defcon. But you can see 3 jets. It's 3 of the exact same jets. Well, actually, we got 2 of the exact same jets, and honestly, for the headache that I ended up going through to get this guy, it really wasn't worth it. He doesn't really bring anything to the Aerialbot team that wasn't already there. As a matter of fact, because he's just a remold of a repaint, of this guy, it doesn't even feel. It feels like I took something away from it, to be honest with you. So let's get these out of here. Let's bring in Alpha Bravo because okay, he's the guy that's getting replaced. So we have Alpha Bravo here, and the paint schemes are actually the paint cues actually hit on pretty much about. Oh well, I was gonna say the same, but not quite. But they hit them enough. So honestly, I'm gonna say this right out the bat. Unless you have to have all of the original figures, there's no point in getting him because you already have the figure basically, just in different colors. Alpha Bravo, at least Alpha Bravo brings something new to the mix, which is a helicopter. Which, okay, granted, not going to be as fast as this guy. And for those of you wondering why he is like the chase figure, and he's the one that comes packed in with the Aerialbots. One of the comic books that comes with, I don't know who it came with. I forget who it came with. Explains he gets killed. He's dead. So he volunteers to become the next limb for what do you call it? For Superion. So here he is in leg mode. Now the reason I went to leg mode is because leg mode is just the airplane mode with the tail and the wings and this part folded up. That's it. It's still the airplane mode. If you want to have it the proper way, this is how you would have it, so that he has a knee bend. If you want to have it more G1, you would just flip this around and have all the airplane kibble up the back, and you lose your pivot here, but you get your G1 aesthetic. So yeah, so on to the robot mode. There's not really much else I can say about this. And here we go with the robot mode, and it looks nice. He looks like he's supposed to. Excuse me. He looks like he's supposed to. He has the right head. The colors are the colors they're supposed to be. Yeah. Only issue I have is that his legs, I don't know, they seem a little looser than the other versions of this mold. I mean, it's not bad, like you don't get the wiggle jiggles, but just moving it around, it just feels like there's almost no resistance. So, and then trying to get him posed where because his crotch likes to unclip and start posing sideways. So instead of having him facing forward with his legs facing forward, his legs are sideways. But he looks nice. Let's get a close up of his head. Can we get a focus? Can we get a focus, please? There we go. So it looks nice. It does. Definitely emojis the J1 version of himself. So let's go ahead and bring in the person who replaced him after he died. And that ding was somebody texting me or whatever. And like the cues are kind of there, with the exception of him having orange instead of silver, and of course the black in the middle being replaced. The head orange with the blue, and yeah, it's a little gray, but it still homages him properly. I think they did an excellent job with Alpha Bravo. I really do like him. I have figured out different uses for him. Used him on Galvatronus. I might get a separate one and paint it a different color and have that permanently as a part of Galvatronus. Also, I'll show you later. I think I already showed you in the video. Use him as a target master. It's not the greatest, but it does what it does. Let's go ahead and bring in the original version of this mold. It's kind of weird because, honestly, this guy is the actual proper, everything on him is proper. The mode and everything, the plane mode is proper on him. Oh, I forgot about the landing gear. There's landing gear. Yeah, there's landing gear up in the nose cone. So, let's go ahead and see, landing gear. I forgot about it in the plane mode, I really did. I apologize for that, it's my mistake. But here we've got, what was his name? Firefly. And I mean, they look great. They look good together. They look good. But the problem again is now I feel like I bought this figure 3 times now. Once because I didn't know they were going to make a Quickslinger. Quickslinger is what he's called now, right? Yeah. Even though his real name is Slingshot. And honestly, I was going to paint this guy white, I was going to paint him white. I was going to get rid of the paint colors that didn't belong there and paint the black where it belonged. Oh yeah, I guess I would have to paint him white, but you can see same character 3 times, although I do like the way this guy came out with the silver, so I might buy the protective bots again, not the aerial bots again, or some of the bots, or mix and match them, color them different colors, maybe get rid of this Autobot symbol and repurpose it for Galvatronus. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so if you've already got this guy, honestly, I'm not sure that you really need him. Because I have him, and I mean, I'm glad I got him to a point, but I don't know. It just, like, he should have been packaged here, and Alpha Bravo should have been the chase figure. because I feel like Alpha Bravo, I hate to say this, but brought more to the aerial bots than he does as far as aesthetics. I mean, now you've got two of the same planes for limbs, and you've got every other limb is mixed match, and it's the same thing with the Menosaur set. You know, they should have, what they should have done was packaged him and gotten rid of him. If you're gonna have the Harrier jet, have him, and then get rid of him, and then have Alpha Bravo take his place. I mean, that would have made more sense to me, right? You know, I mean, instead of giving him his alt mode, and then you get him, and now he feels like he's the copycat, when in reality he's the original, and he would be the copycat. So anyway, that aside, and I know it sounds negative. I do like the figure. I'm not gonna lie to you though. Getting him was hell. I got him from Toys R Us, and I know I paid for the fast shipping. So tell me why it took over a week to get to me. And then instead of boxing him, they took his packaging and put it in this ratty bubble wrap thing that came to me. Not only was it filthy, but it was torn. It was torn. Thankfully, the inside packaging was good, but still, you know, that shows me they didn't care about how they were sending the stuff out. They didn't care what happens after it left there. So I'm probably not ever going to get anything from ToysRUs.com again, because it just, no. Anyway, that aside, I'm going to go ahead and transform him, and of course him, into their limb mode so that we can keep it moving. Okay, and here they are in their limb modes, and again, the exact same. This is the only, actually, honestly, I'll be honest with you, this is the only part about this that I don't feel like weird about owning the same figure twice for, because it gives it symmetry that the other figures didn't have. Okay, why is the nose cone facing up? There we go. That the other figures didn't have. So I can't really complain about this too much. It's just that, though, it's just weird because then you'll notice I have the Perfect Effect hands on. I'm using the Perfect Effect set because, honestly, I like it better than just the standard set. As soon as PE releases the white versions of this, I will probably get those and put that away. But yeah, so let me go ahead and get the rest of the bots out. Okay, we'll get them on. The guy goes over here, and I think this is. I don't know if this is how it was done in the G1. I think this is how it was done in the G1, but it's hard to tell because every picture of this combiner set is different. Now there are ways to make this look more G1, compacting the arms up and spreading the legs out a little bit, turning them sideways so he has a wider stance, makes him shorter, and he ends up being more G1 looking. But we're gonna go with this. So, yeah, and it looks good. It looks good. It looks a lot better than with a helicopter for a limb, because at least you don't have a bunch of planes with one helicopter that stands out. But again, not so sure that getting him is actually a necessary must-have, must-buy purchase. So, if you're wondering what I'm doing now while I'm talking, I am trying to transform Alpha Bravo into what will become a gun mode. It's not the best. It doesn't hold the most securely because obviously this guy was never made for this. But I was trying to figure out. Yeah, I mentioned this in another video that I did of this of how to use the extra bots as the 6-member as weapons for the Gestalt. Excuse me. And yeah, I came up with a sort of a gun mode. It only works if you have hands that open up this far, because it's gonna have to. And honestly, it's more of it's not really so much that it pegs in anywhere, because it really doesn't, as much as it is as balancing it and giving it the illusion that it's being used as a as a dual wielding weapon of minimal destruction. So what you're going to do is you're going to get Alpha Bravo into this configuration right here, where he looks like you trying to transform him into the arm mode, but you're going to put these down, and it kind of covers up that giant peg, and there. Bring that forward like this, so you've got the Gatling guns, and then you're just going to now do a balancing trick, which is get these hands to sort of loosely wrap around there, and then get this arm to reach out and wrap around this peg, and then it's just a matter of balancing Superion, and there you go. You've got a dual wielding, double wielded weapon, and you can switch that out for something else if you want to. You can probably add more guns to these pegs here, or if you have a gun that has a peg in the back, you can probably stick it right in the front and use that. I wonder, hold on a second, let's take this gun off. And I know it's a stretch of the imagination, but really so were a lot of the weapon masters. If you were trying to weapon master target masters, oh no, that won't work. I was trying to see if I could, well actually, no, that won't work either. Well, in any event, yeah, I was trying to see if I could, I forgot what I was trying to see if I could. But anyway, oh, well, I mean, and then if you want to, you can peg this gun on the side and have this really awkward looking thing. We're not going to do that because it weighs them down too much in the first place. But yeah, you can do that. That is totally doable, provided you have the proper hands and you can get the weight distributed nicely. Unfortunately, you can't just single wield because of between the weight of the hand and the fact that it doesn't really peg in. He'll just flop. He'll either just flop over, or the arm itself. See, even now it kind of flops down. It's not, those ball joints are not very strong. So, but yeah, there you go. And I'm holding him up because, okay, there we go. Now I'm not holding up, he's holding himself up. Let's bring it back some. Make sure this is all focused on him. But yeah, so there you go. There is your Quickslinger on the arm. He does a great job as an arm, don't get me wrong. I'm just, again, my concerns are that maybe we didn't really need him. After all. Like, after getting him, he wasn't, I don't feel the same excitement that I got when I purchased this figure, or even when I got this guy the second time and repainted it. Like, it was way more exciting then, but now that I've got Quickslinger in hand and I've got Breakneck, neither one of them are really must-haves, and that's a shame because they're the original versions of those figures. And when I say that, I mean their alt modes are the original alt modes, and like Fireflight and Dead End are the copycats. Those are the copycats. Their alt modes are supposed to be different, and they're not. So, I don't know. If you must have it, get it. If you're expecting it to be the end-all and be-all and whatever, not really going to happen. But it is nice to have it. It is nice to, I'm not going to lie, it is nice to have him, but I'm just not sure he's worth the headache that you're going to have to, that you're going to go through just to try to get him. Like, I had to wait 2 weeks and I had to try to go through a bunch of different online retailers before Toys R Us had them. And the only reason I got them from Toys R Us was because they had them. And but after the way they shipped them, I don't think I'm going to do that again. So sorry this video's gone so long. I was trying to make it shorter. I'm Islip. Actually, before I forget, let's move him over. We'll get a side-by-side with Menasor in the sun. Here we go, Menasor. And you can see him falling over. Sorry, there we go. Probably have to edit this a bit. Just because. Why is this not working now? Okay, there we go. Okay. These damn feet on this. It's not just the feet, it's the legs. But and the fact that he's got an extra bot sticking up the front. Anyway, I'll hold him up because usually I don't have this issue, but of course for the video. But you can see that's how I've got. Yeah. And of course, you know, if that wasn't lewd enough, you can pose fembots on him. I'm trying to get the wall to hold him up because he doesn't want to stand. Every time I stand up, he flips forward or backwards. Pick one. This way I can adjust. So yeah. Anyway, this guy's unpegged himself a little bit, but whatever. Anyway, that's my. Actually, that's my review on this guy. I don't know why I keep throwing extra in there. Anyway, I'm MySlip. Thanks for watching.